Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can probably already notice if you watch my videos, I changed my hair, and if you guys watch the vlogs, you know I'm not going to go too in depth because I know this is a pregnancy update, but I just wanted to address the elephant in the room. You guys know if you watch my vlogs that I've been wanting to do something a little bit different to my hair because the platinum, it just every couple weeks I have to redo it. So I sort of was looking for something a little bit darker for my roots, and then lighter on the ends. I do plan on changing this up a little bit. This part here is really dark, and I know it's gonna lighten up because my hair was so platinum underneath. So I know as I wash my hair a few more times, it's gonna lighten up. And the ends, I wanna make more blonde than they are. So I'm going to lighten up the ends, but as you can see, it's kind of like an ombre. So I wanna do lighter on the ends, and I know the roots will lighten up. But anyways, back to the pregnancy update. Thank you so much guys for clicking on this video. This is going to be my 15 to 16 week pregnancy update. I am currently 17 weeks exactly today. As I say all the time is truly flying, and you guys know I'm already going to apologize for the echoiness in this room, and my daughter who's roaming around the house now that she can walk everywhere. So she's actually standing next to me right now, looking mighty cute, I might add. But let's just jump right into the pregnancy update. During weeks 15 and 16, baby grew from an apple to an avocado in size, which is crazy to me. And I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like this time around is so different, and I feel like it's truly flying. And I don't want to say it's because I'm not focused on this pregnancy, because I am, but I feel like I have more going on this time around, so it's easier for me to forget what week I am or forget what day I am, you know? I have a toddler to take care of, and I'm super busy with her all the time, and we've just had a lot of things going on, so I truly just feel like, holy cow, it's 17 weeks, like where is this time going? One symptom that I've started to notice come about within these last 2 weeks is heartburn. And I had heartburn with Emmalynn in my last pregnancy, but I didn't have it until like maybe a month or two before I gave birth. It started very late in the game. And also with my first pregnancy, I was craving everything spicy imaginable. And we went to Hooters every Friday night, and I would always get the spicy wings that they have, and like their spicy nachos with jalapenos, and I craved the spice. But this pregnancy, I can do without spice. I haven't craved it, I haven't wanted it. This time around, I've been craving more health conscious choices, which I'm definitely happy about because I don't want to gain a ton of weight. I want to stay at the minimum and be as healthy as possible during this pregnancy. Not that I wasn't trying to be healthy with Emmalynn during my last pregnancy, but I gave in to the cravings I had, and I ate whatever the heck I wanted to eat, which was not the best decision I ever made. But anyways, bottom line is I had experienced the heartburn with her, but definitely not this early. This is, in my opinion, I feel very early, especially when I don't have any spice triggers that could be potentially causing the heartburn. So I'm not quite sure why it's coming about, but it's not to the point where I have to take any sort of medication or Tums or anything. Like when I was pregnant with her, at the end, I was constantly popping Tums. And this time, I mean, I'm not saying it's not gonna get worse because we don't know, but this time it's not that bad, and it's only at night when I lie down is when I get the heartburn, so I can deal with that. And if it gets to the point where it's really bad, I'll take some Tums, but other than that, I haven't needed to just yet. During week 15, not so much this week or week 16, I started to experience a little bit of lower back pain. Nothing severe, nothing to really complain about. I just happened to notice it when I would do kind of everyday things, or, you know, when I give my daughter a bath, I'd be like, oh my gosh, my back, or doing laundry, my back, but it was nothing severe. So And during week 16, I didn't really have it that much. During week 16, I didn't really have the back pain. It was just kind of week 15, and I don't know if maybe I had done something to make that back pain sort of come out and just kind of hang with me that week. I don't know, but week 16 was fine. I didn't have any lower back pain, and yeah, so that's always a blessing, but I'm also not very big just yet, so back pain is probably on its way. Another thing I wanted to talk about is a little TMI. So I wanted to talk about boobs. Now, I've just within the last 2 weeks been experiencing like tingliness in my boobs, and it's so weird. I think I had it with Emmalynn, but I think it was towards the very end, if I'm not mistaken, you know, like when your milk is coming in or whatever. But I've been experiencing the tingliness, and it's the craziest feeling. And along with the tingliness, they felt very heavy, and I've started to notice some greenish veins starting to appear, which I also had noticed in my first pregnancy as well. But again, I don't think that came out till way later in the pregnancy. But I'm starting to notice it sooner, and I don't know if it's because I'm paying more attention to those things so I can tell you guys about them. So I don't know. Another thing, if you haven't noticed in some of my videos, is that I sound very out of breath, as I am right now. I'm like huffing and puffing trying to get out all these words for you guys, and it's so weird. It's like crazy to be doing almost absolutely nothing and just be so out of breath. And I'm pretty active. I go to the gym 4 to 5 days a week, and I'm running around with my child, and I feel like an active person. And for me to be so out of breath all the time is like, dang, maybe I'm not that in shape. But I'm gonna attribute it more so to pregnancy related than being in shape. Another thing that's been going on within the last couple weeks has been my irritability. I know women generally, and men, I don't even want to just say women, everybody has those moods sometimes where they just are just mad at everything. Anything can irritate you, you know, you don't really necessarily need a trigger kind of a thing. And within the last couple weeks, that's definitely been me. It's been, you know, my poor husband will do something, and normally I wouldn't think twice about it, and now it's like, why are you doing that? Are you trying to irritate me? Like, it seems like everything has kind of been on my nerves, and that's just the pregnancy hormones just raging through me, guys. So my poor husband has to deal with that all the time. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it once in a while, but I've definitely seemed like the irritability has lessened now that I'm kind of past those couple weeks. Like the last couple of days, I feel like I've woken up and I've been okay and I've been fine and I've not been angry for no apparent reason and things like that. But last couple weeks for my husband it's been rough for him, I'm sure. An issue that I had mentioned in a previous video, I think my last one, was that I had, or more than one video, I've had many headaches that I've attributed to pregnancy because I generally just don't get that many headaches. And I had to take Tylenol, and I spoke to my doctor about it. Anyways, I had explained this, I think, in the last video, so I'm not gonna go too in depth. Bottom line is, as I mentioned before, a subscriber of mine had mentioned that it could possibly be an electrolyte issue and recommended, you know, drinking like Gatorade or Powerade or something of that sort to, you know, kind of replenish the electrolytes that maybe I was missing. And that has helped me so much more than I could ever express to you guys. I literally have Powerades in my house now because every time I have a headache, I literally drink a Powerade and it's gone. And I drink about a gallon of water a day, so I think, as I've mentioned before, is that I'm just flushing out my system, not intentionally, but just because I'm so thirsty. And so I'm flushing out those good electrolytes that my body needs, which would then create a headache. And so when I drink a Powerade, my headache is going like this. And just this morning, I woke up with one and drank my Powerade and I feel fine. It's the craziest thing, but that's still occurring. I'm still getting the headaches, but as soon as I drink a Powerade, they're gone. So I haven't even had to take any Tylenol. As far as cravings are concerned, I kind of talk about this on my blog. So if you guys watch my blogs, I don't want to be, you know, over talk about cravings that I'm having. But one of them was corn, like corn on the cob. And don't mind my daughter just walking back and forth in the clip. But I have just been craving corn, and if I can crave vegetables and fruits and things like that, then I am more than excited about that. But craving a vegetable, I'm not upset about. But I would make my husband go to the store just to buy me corn on the cob because that's how bad I wanted it all the time. The cravings have just been mostly like the corn, kind of like starchy things too, you know, like pretzels or chips or something like that. And I normally don't give in to those types of cravings because I have a hard time controlling myself when it comes to, you know, salty snacks like that. When it comes to chips, I am not the type of girl who can just grab a handful and walk away. I'm the type of person who wants to eat the whole entire bag. So to avoid doing things like that, I just choose not to buy chips, or I buy like, you know, those little teeny bags so I can kind of control what I'm eating. Well, like the chips control it for me, you know. But I've always craved salty things regardless of pregnancy. I mean, it's just, I'm a salty type of person. That's just what I like. So lately it's been, you know, the corn, which is not salty unless you put salt on it, but I wanted corn, and then I also wanted pretzels. Gave into the corn, didn't give into the pretzels because when I was in Publix, which is our local grocery store here in Jacksonville, they only had like the giant bags of pretzels, and that's not what I wanted because, like I just said, your girl will go ham on a whole bag of pretzels. As far as aversions are concerned, I haven't had any food aversions, which is so odd considering my last pregnancy. Oh my God, so many things gross me out. Coffee, veggies, so many things gross me out. And now this time around, no, everything sounds good, everything sounds fine. I'm not trying to avoid anything. It's just, it's been so good. I've been so fortunate this time around. So no food aversions for me. I noticed that, and I know this is a common symptom of other pregnant women as well, is that I've noticed that when I stand up too quickly that I'll get dizzy or kind of like see stars or whatever you want to call it. And it's not all the time, but the dizziness thing seems to have just happened within the last few weeks. That it seems when I stand up too quick, I get a little dizzy. But I know that that's a common symptom with other women during pregnancies, that they experience dizziness as well. So I just try to be careful when I stand up, just to kind of stand up kind of slow, so I'm not like, you know, jumping up and then making myself super dizzy where I have to sit back down again. So far as weight gain is concerned, last time I went to the doctor, and even when I've weighed myself at home, I've only gained 1 pound, and that's just so amazing to me because you guys know, and you're probably sick of hearing it, I gained a ton of weight with my daughter and I'm not trying to do that again. So 1 pound is music to my ears, and I hope I can kind of keep this pace up because then I'm trying to put on maximum 20 to 25 pounds. And if I keep this up at this rate, I think that I'll be like generally in that area. I've also noticed within week 16 that my hunger level has gone up significantly. And so I just try to eat small meals frequently throughout the day to kind of curb that so I don't allow myself to get so hungry that I'm willing to just eat whatever in order to curb the hunger and make me hangry. So I just eat frequently throughout the day, small portions, snacks, you know, things like that, healthier options. And that seems to have helped as far as me feeling like I could eat everything is concerned. So doing that has definitely been beneficial to me because if I didn't do that, I feel like I would eat such large meals that I'd probably overeat and put on a lot more weight than the 1 pound that I've already gained. And that's pretty much it for this pregnancy update. I'm gonna show you my belly shot. But as always, thank you so much for watching. And before you leave, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you in the next pregnancy update. Bye guys.